Hello, am I audible? Good evening. Am I audible? Okay, so yesterday we have covered collection data type. In collection data type, we have covered string and list, correct? So, any doubt regarding string and list? And the concept of indexing also we have covered. So, any doubt regarding the previous session? Okay, fine. So, let's do a quick recap first and then we'll move for the next part, okay? So let's go here, and this is what your collection data type we started. There we just discussed string. So if I ask you what's the default value of string, what's the default value of string? What's the default value of string?
Blank string.
Yeah, blank string. Sneha, what's the default value of list?
Blank list.
Yeah, it's blank list. Now if I do indexing, why do I actually? Okay, fine. So what is indexing? Indexing means we are giving some sub address to the individual characters if I want to access, correct? That's what indexing is. We can do positive indexing as well as negative indexing. So if I ask you, if I going to do positive indexing, our positive indexing starting from 0 or 1? 0 it is. And if I go for negative indexing, then it is starting from
Minus 1.
-1 always, yes. Okay, now the thing is, let's suppose I want to modify a string. Is it possible to modify a string?
No.
No. Why? String is a special kind of collection. What it is? Which type of collection?
Immutable collection.
Yes, immutable collection. Whereas list we can modify, we can access, we can modify, both we can do. Now, as because on the same memory we can modify that memory layer, that's why list is mutable collection. Correct. So we can modify that with the help of index. Also, we can modify with the help of some methods. Also, we can modify. Now the thing is we will be going for the rest of the collection data type. So today is a day 4 where we will be talking about the rest of the data type. So let's start with tuple now. Okay. Okay, so tuple. Now first thing we have to know about tuple is the inbuilt name. Now inbuilt name is basically whatever we have tuple, all the characters in single value. This is what called like single, like lowercase it will be That's what called tuple. Now if I go with the example of tuple, simply it is what, let's take a variable and I'm taking some value 10, 20, 30, 40. Now in list what we do, in list we can enclose that with square brackets, right? Here we will be using parenthesis. This is how we can take a tuple. Okay, now on the same way, if I take another one variable and I'm taking 10 and then 10.5 and then I'm taking 2 plus 3j, and after that I'm taking Python, like whatever data type we already have learned, all those data type I'm putting in one place. So this is a list I'm taking, one tuple I'm taking. So all the collections which are inside this tuple, these are actually nested collection. These three are actually collection data type, which is also one element of this tuple, correct? So this is what your nested collection. Fine. If I want, I can also increase the length of this tuple also. This is what called nested tuple. This is what called nested tuple. This is a nested list. This is a nested tuple, and this is a nested string. Fine. Now, as because this is the first data type, this data type containing, if you see, all the elements are integer. So same type of data type. So this is your homogeneous tuple. This is what your homogeneous tuple. Whereas this value, if you consider, this is different elements. So this is what called heterogeneous, as because the type of the elements are different. So this is what called your heterogeneous tuple. Fine. Now then tuple, what we can say as a tuple, this is also a collection of some values which are separated by comma. So as a definition, what we can write? So tuple is collection of values, collection of values which are, now those values, it can be homogeneous or heterogeneous. So better you can improve this definition as collection of homogeneous, homogeneous or heterogeneous, homogeneous or heterogeneous values separated by, they are actually separated by what, separated by comma. Okay, and enclosed within first bracket or parenthesis, and that's what called your tuple. Fine, that's what called tuple. Now what's the default value of tuple? Any guess what can be the default value? Simply, how to get the default value? Simply you can write the tuple and open close parenthesis. If you give, let's go to IDLE. Let's take a tuple t equals to, I'm taking 10, 20, 45, 7 plus 3j, and true, like this. Okay, this is what called tuple. Which makes it tuple? This open close parenthesis. This is what makes it tuple. Okay, so this is what tuple is. Now what's the default value of this tuple? If I go with this tuple, this is the default name, and if I give this parenthesis, see, this is what, so what it is called, blank tuple. So always the result, the output will be this. So the default value is open close parenthesis, which is actually called what, this one is the blank tuple, blank tuple. Okay, so this is what your default value. Now coming to the next point, which is the memory. Now here also this is ordered collection. Here also it is a ordered collection, similar as list. So you can simply, as because this is a collection data type, you can simply calculate the length of it. Like for a, if it is, then length of a, what it would be, this is like 4 elements present, so the length of A will be 4. Length of B, if you go for, what will be the length of B? What's the length of B?
6.
Yes, it is 6 because we don't count this individual, this inside values we don't count, correct? Now, if I go with the memory allocation here, what should I write? On the same way as because you are taking a variable and value, so on the same way the memory will be like segregated into two space, variable space and value space. Now value will be getting stored first. Now this is also what tuple is. What tuple is? Ordered collection. Ordered collection. So in a contiguous memory block, or you can say memory layer, memory layer means multiple blocks will be connected with each other in ordered way. Okay, so in the first tuple there are four elements present, so four blocks will be present here in the memory layer. So in the first 10, then 20, then 30, then 40, and the random address of this 10 0x17, let's suppose, that will be getting stored inside the tuple variable 0x17. This is how it is pointing to this location. Okay, now in the next case, as because lots of nested variable or the nested collection present here. Now, though it is having 6 memory block, like last of the 3 memory block will contain not directly the value but the address of those particular collection. Like simply 10 we can store inside a memory block, 10.3 we can store inside a memory block, 2 plus 3j we can store in a memory block. But what about this Python? For Python we need to take a secondary memory block here. So for Python we'll take like this. Like we'll take another memory layer of 6 letters. Python. Okay. Some random address will be generated that will be getting stored. Fine. After that, what we get? What we have? Another list. So for that list also we will be having another more layer 10, 20, 0x97. Let's suppose that my random address it is 0x97. After that 1, 2, 3. That is what a tuple is. So again 1, 2 and 3 in another way like 0x, let's suppose 7, 2. So that 0x72 will be stored here. So entirely will get one address. Let's suppose this is 0x01 and that 0x01 will be stored inside the variable B. So this is how it works. Here also, as because this is ordered collection, can we do indexing? Is it possible to do indexing? What do you think? This is ordered collection in a contiguous memory block we are doing, right? So we can simply do indexing here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. On the same way for nested also, on the same way we'll count from 0 again, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the same way counting in backward. For same 0 1 minus 1, this is minus 2, again 0 1 2, this is minus 1 minus 2 minus 3, like that it works. Okay, means can I access individual character here? If I going to access, can we? As because indexing it is supporting means yes we can do. Okay, so what we will be doing here, let's suppose I want to access by this collection only. Just say if I want to access 30, what should be my syntax? If I want 30 as an output, what will be my syntax? Tell. You are not audible, Sneha.
Hello.
I it's already in full length. Still, you are not audible properly.
Hello.
Can you be a little louder?
Hello.
No, you are not audible. So, to get this output, what we can do? The variable, what's the syntax? The variable. After that, what is the, then now we have to know about the index, right? Here also we can do indexing 0, 1, 2, 3, and here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So simply, if I write a of 2, then the answer is here. Okay. Now if I going to get h, then what will be my syntax? If I want to get h, if I want to get h, what will be my syntax? Any idea?
Hello.
D
Okay.
is instead of the minus T and then minus T.
Okay. So Python it is where? Python it is in this position, right? 3. So we need to access this Python. After that we can go to H. Where is H in 3? Again 3. Okay. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. Now if I want to access now 3, how to do that? 3 means here it is. So to reach here, we need to reach this 0x72. Where this 0x72? Here only. Means first I have to
minus
go
1.
here. Yes. So b of minus 1 first. Now we are here. Now we have to go inside it, and here it is at 3. 3 it is in minus 1 again. So can we write b of minus 1 minus 1? So this is how we can do. Okay. Now the thing is, now the thing is, can we modify? Now this is the question. Can we modify a list? Can we modify a tuple? So this is my tuple. Okay. Now in the place of true, I want false. What can I write with the help of index? T, and then the index is here. This t of minus 1 is returning true. Okay. Now in the place, if I want to change, simply I can write the new value like this. Correct? This is how you can write. But the thing is, if you go with tuple, for that also it is showing something error, some error. What it is? Type error. Tuple object does not support item assignment. Means what? Tuple also a collection which cannot be modified. Okay, so that's why tuple tuple is a collection that we can't modify. We can't modify. Now Gia say, as because we can't modify this tuple, okay, what I can say, which type of data type it is, like which type of collection, is it mutable collection or immutable collection?
Immutable one.
Immutable, right? So tuple is immutable because we can't modify a tuple, correct? Okay, so again, one more immutable collection we have studied, that is tuple. Now, tuple is one thing. Then, what's the difference between list and tuple? Then, it look like same. It is both list and tuple. Both are actually ordered collection. But the thing is, list. If you go with list, list is mutable collection. Means list you can modify, but tuple is something you can't modify. Okay, this is one thing. Now one more thing is there. If I go with this, let's take a tuple. I'm taking a tuple t. Okay, and in this tuple I'm only taking one value. Okay, so this is what, this is t. Now this is my tuple. Why it is a tuple? Because I'm enclosing this with parenthesis. Correct. Now let's check the type of t. What it is showing. Just see what it is. It is an integer. Now if I take the same thing for list, I'm taking one value inside a list, enclosing it with third bracket, and I'm taking type of L. Now what it is? List. Means with one element we can create a list, but for tuple we have to make some changes. Means here, until and unless I am writing this comma, it's not taking as tuple. Now see, now check type of t. Means always it is mandatory to use comma for one element. If you're going to store one element inside tuple, you have to specify this comma, and this is very important. Okay, and that's where the difference come for list and tuple. One element you can directly store inside a list, correct? But for tuple, one element with comma we need to store. Now this is your another point. And list, as because list is mutable, list is not that much secure, because once you are storing some value inside list, you like it can be modified, but tuple is a value, once it is created means it's fixed. So tuple is actually used to secure, for security purpose. Okay, tuple is used like password. Let's suppose password. You are going to store some password. That time you will be storing that inside a tuple to make it more secure. Like this it works. Okay, and this is what your tuple is. Any doubt?
No.
Okay, is that fine properly? You have understood the difference between list and tuple?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now let's go for the next collection data type. Now, next thing is our set. Okay. Now, set, how set look like? Set is basically, first thing I will be telling, this is what, like inbuilt name. If you go for inbuilt name, so set itself is the inbuilt name. This is what set is. Set and then parenthesis, and this is what sorry, this is what in smaller case set is. Now the thing is, next thing is the example of set. I am telling that s equal to, let's take some value 1 2, like in mathematics also you have already learned about set, right? 3.5, 2 plus 5j, and 1 comma 2 comma 3. I'm taking a tuple, I'm taking a string python. So this is what a set is. Okay, again one more set I am taking, 10, 20, 30, 40. Now from this example it's clear this one is the homogeneous set, and this one is heterogeneous set. Now what's the big thing here, what's the difference here, that we are enclosing this with the help of flower braces. Okay, and all the values are separated by comma. But there are some catch. Like if I go for set, if I am writing set, okay, I am taking set 10, 20, 56, 78, 66, 45, like this. Okay, like this. Now check is it ordered or unordered? Now, this is my first question, because we are giving this value in this sequence 10, after then 20, after then 56, after then 78, like this. Now, check S. Is it the same order you already have given? No, right? It is changing its order. So, set is a collection which is not can or which cannot be stored in a contiguous manner. Always it is what, this individual values are actually unordered. So set is what, first thing is set is unordered collection. Unordered collection. Okay, so set first of all unordered collection. Now next thing I am coming to set, let's suppose you are storing some value. Let's suppose I can take s1. Okay, and I'm taking 1 2 3, and again I'm taking 3, again 5 6, again taking 1. Now what's the length of this s1? Just tell, what is the length of s1?
7.
7. It look like 7, but if you go for this and len of s1, if you see, what's the len of s1 here? 5. Why? Because see, just check s1. What it is doing? It is removing all the duplicate values. only and only it is taking all those unique values present. So always it consists of unique values. Though you are giving duplicate values, it will remove all the duplicate values. So say it is a collection, it will remove all the duplicate value means you have seven values, you already have given seven values, but where some duplicate values also present, so those duplicate values will be removed. Like 1 is coming two times, but here 1 is coming one time only. Okay, 3 is there in two twice, here 3 is coming once only. So this is how it works. So it removes the duplicate, and it consists only unique values, consist unique value. So there is huge differences. Now few more steps, a few more points are there. One more thing is, let's store, let's take another set of heterogeneous way. So I'm taking a set in heterogeneous way. So till now we know integer, we know float. I'm taking a float. Let's take a complex number. After then, let's take a boolean true. Let's take one string pi. I'm taking. After that, let's take a list 1 comma 2, and after then let's take 1 comma 2. This is what called tuple. Okay, I'm taking a set also, like nested set also I'm taking 1 2 3. Now whenever I'm just going to store all these things, it is showing me error. Why? Because here it is showing list is unhashable. Means we can't store a list. So let's remove this list again. So let's remove this list. Okay. Now let's go. Again error. Why? Set is unhashable. Means this set also you can't store inside a set. Because there are some restrictions in the members of the element. Now only it is a set. Just check. It's a set. So what it is, always whatever the collection it is you are storing inside set, it should be what? It should be immutable collection. So only store it can only store immutable data type. Immutable data type means fixed data type. Immutable means all the single valued it can take, or otherwise string it can take, or tuple it can take, but list or set it can't take, because list is mutable collection, list can be modified, and even this set also can be modified. Set is what? Unordered. And set is mutable collection. Means what? Set itself mutable collection means set you can modify, but whatever value set is taking, those things are fixed. Means all the elements of set are immutable, but set itself mutable. Getting my point? The set you can modify, you can like do some changes in set, but all the elements set is taking, it should be immutable collection. Okay, immutable data type it is. And unordered in the sense, always it's not taking in a contiguous memory layer. Whenever you are going to store, let's suppose this S1 you are going to store, how it will store in the memory? Just think, this is your variable space and this is your value space. Now till now whatever we are doing, we are storing inside the memory block in a contiguous manner like this. Okay, but for set, as because this is unordered, it's completely different. It's actually scattered over the memory. Let's suppose this is a memory, this 10, 20, 30, 40 is actually being stored in very random manner, and 0x13 some random address will be generated only for this collection that will be getting stored inside this 0x13. So like this it happens. So now if I ask indexing, is it possible? Indexing, is it possible?
No.
No, as because set is what? Set unordered. So ordered is not there, means it is unindexable. Okay, so this is how you can do it. Now set modification. Then with the help of index we can't access, we can't modify, but set is having some method by which you can change, you can add new value, you can remove new value. So we are having some different method of set. So first method, let's go for the set method now. Set method. Okay, okay, one thing I um forgot to add, that is a set default value. Okay, that default value. So what's the default value of set? What do you think? What is the default value of set? What it should be?
Blank set.
Blank set? Yes, it is blank set, but does it look like this? What do you think? Like this?
Yeah.
But actually it's not. Like, how to check this default value of set? Like this, right? So here also if you go for this set of this, it is returning the same thing, because this is what blank set is. Blank set you have to write like this. It's not open close flower braces, because this one you will be seeing, this one is actually the default value of a dictionary. It's not a set, that's actually blank dictionary. This one is actually the blank set. Okay, this is important. So it's just a exception. Now set method. So first thing, to add some element, the value. To add a value, we have very simple add method. Okay, add method we have. So what's the syntax? Simply your variable dot add, and you just have to mention the value here. You just have to mention the value here, because here see, let's suppose this s is a set. Now if you do s dot add, and let's suppose you want to add 100 here. Okay, so what it is showing, see, this is showing 100, where it will be getting stored, as because there is no order somewhere inside, but we don't know where it will be. There is no first and last. Okay, randomly somewhere it will be getting stored. Fine. Now next thing, to delete or to remove. To delete a value, to delete a value, is because there is no index, simply with the value you have to do it. So remove is one method, it is there, remove. So variable dot remove, and then simply you can write the value. Okay, so what it is, simply let's suppose you want to remove that 1.3. So you are writing is dot remove, and this 1.3 if you write 1.3, now check is it's removed. Okay, so this is how you can remove. Now here pop is also there. Yesterday I was telling now, pop method. So to delete value, now which value, that I'm not telling. First see which value. pop. Here how to use pop, where dot pop. And in list, what you have seen, pop can take index, right? But here indexing not possible, so simply make it blank, where dot pop. If you write where dot pop means here you are writing what, s dot pop. And if you write like this, just check, it's just popping out the first, but there is no first and last. Any value will randomly removed. Okay, so pop is basically remove or delete any value, any one value, any one value. So like that it happens. Okay, now if you want to add multiple value, you want to add multiple value, now for that case you can use update. So update, what you do, variable dot update, and all the value you can put inside a collection. Means what, this set you have, you are writing update. Now here you are putting everything like 100 is already there, so it will not add 340, let's suppose 67, like this. So now just check s. Now s is storing 67 and 340. Now check, already 100 was there, so that's why it's not taking again 100. Okay, because it's already existing and it will not take any duplicate value. That's why it is only taking 340 and 67. Understood? Clear it is.
Yes.
And here that remove and this one also, yesterday I was telling na that discard, here you can use discard to remove, again on the same way, to remove a value, to remove a value, you can again use discard. Discard method, simply where dot discard, and here you can simply mention the value, it will be removed. Simply say is dot discard, and here let's suppose this pi you want to remove, so you are writing this pi. Now check, pi is not there, so it's completely removed. Okay, now this is what your set is. So set is mutable or immutable? Set is mutable collection or immutable?
Mutable.
Mutable, because this set method we are using to modify a set, right? We are doing what, modification we are doing. Now modification possible means set is mutable collection. Okay, done. Set complete. Now let's go for dictionary. Jia, have you understood set?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now dictionary. Dictionary, so inbuilt name, inbuilt name of dictionary, so this is what, dict. Okay, dict. Now how dictionary look like, dictionary is very very important because this thing you will be using in data analytics, because mostly the data type you will be using this dictionary, like in json format, json type of file you will be using, that is dictionary. Now how dictionary look like, just take a variable, let's take d. Okay, so I'm taking this flower brackets because here flower brackets only used like set, but it's not same as set, it's different. How? Because it's look like this, key 1 value 1, key 2 value to. So it's basically what? It's basically collection of key value pairs, key and value n. That's how it works. Okay, it's a collection of key value pairs. So always, if I go for the definition of dictionary, so it is what? It is collection of key value pairs, key value pairs where it is enclosed in flower brackets. Okay, now let's take a proper example. I'm taking 10 and ABC, and then A, then 20, then 10 again, but not 10, 100, and I'm taking Python like this. Now I was doing a mistake, that is I'm taking 10 two times, but all the criteria we have written over set, for set whatever the criteria we have written, those things actually valid for dictionary key also, because there are some criteria about key of the dictionary. Criteria of key is basically some unique value, so key must be unique. Key must be unique means if I write 2 times 10, it's not possible. Only it can take one key value pair. Like for 10, only one key should be there in the name of 10. Okay, and all this key whatever the key present, this key should be immutable data type. Now if I ask, can I take a list as a key of the dictionary? Can I take a list?
No, ma'am.
No. We can only take what? All the single valued data type, all the single valued, or I can take string, I can take tuple. But list, set, dictionary, we can't take. Okay, we can't take list, set, and dictionary. We can't take. Fine. But what about the criteria of value? For value, there is no such restriction. We can take any data type, no such restriction. Any data type we can take. Okay. Now, what is the default value of a dictionary? So, let's go for the default value. So, default value, if I go for, so if we write dict and then open close parenthesis, what it is showing? See, this is not blank set, this is what called blank dictionary. So, and mostly people are doing mistake here only. This is what called blank dictionary. Okay, it's not blank set. This is what blank dictionary. Fine. Now let's take a dictionary. D equals to, let's take a dictionary. So I'm taking 1 and then 700. Again, I'm taking one string and any value. And again, I'm taking a tuple, because tuple also I can put 1, 2, 3. And here I am taking a list 1, 2, 3. Can I take a same key, same value? Means if I take 55 as a key, 55 as a value, is it possible? Yes, possible. Okay. But if I going to take same key two times, what will be happening? Just check. It is coming only for one time. Which one will be coming, first one or last one? Here it is showing last one, but there is no such order for dictionary as well. Okay, it's completely working like a set. It's not ordered collection. So dictionary is also unordered. You can't make index. Okay, indexing also not possible. So dictionary unordered, unordered collection. So there is no such first and last. Any value it will take randomly. Okay, this key value pair, this is a key with 700 as a value, and this is a key with 90. Any one will come. But if we go for the length, what's the length here? What is the length? It will not individually calculate all the key, all the value differently. No, it's always calculate the key value pair. The number of key value pairs present is the length of the dictionary. So here, as you can see, 4 key value pair, right? So the length of day is 4. That's how it works. Okay, understood? Now here indexing not possible. In dictionary, indexing not possible. But we can access the value. We can access the value of we can access the value of dictionary with the help of index. But here index is not there. Then actually here key key can be used as index to access value. So key can be used as index. How? Like the variable to access something. What I can write? Variable and then index. This is how we can do, right? But here what we can do, instead of writing this index, we can simply write where of key. This is how we can access the value. This is how we'll access the value. Simply see. If I'm writing d of and I'm writing the key 1, okay, so it is showing me 90. This is how it works. Okay, if I give d of this a is the key here, so I'm writing the key, so this is giving me the value. This is how it works. Okay, understood? Now accessing you have understood. Now can we modify? If I going to do modification, like here, if I going to do modification with the help of index, we have a syntax. Modification syntax, we have variable, then index, and here simply you can write the new value. Okay, now on the same way we can write the same thing like this: variable of key equals to new value. Means, let's suppose you want to change this d of a. D of a you want to change from 89 to 98. So you are writing 98. So you are writing like this. Now check d. What it is? Now it's 98. Okay. So this is how you can change it. Easy. Any doubt?
No.
Okay. Understood. Now here also, as because what I have said, like here dictionary is also can be modified. You can modify a dictionary. So that's why dictionary is mutable or immutable. Dictionary is, say, is it mutable or immutable?
Mutable.
Yes, dictionary is mutable. Why? Because we can modify. Correct. Now we have dictionary method as well. Okay, dictionary method. Now first thing, if I want to get a value, okay, one method we have, that method is gate. So gate, how to use that? The variable dot gate, and if I write key, it will give me the value like this, d dot get, and here I am giving key is 1, so we'll get the value. So get method, this is the first method. Simply we can give the key and it will return the value. So instead of writing inside this subscript, like we can simply write this thing instead of, like we can simply use this get instead of this syntax. Okay, here also if you give key, it the output will be value. Okay, now coming to the second thing, that is, let's suppose you want to get all the keys. Okay, so there is one keys method. Simply variable dot keys. If you use variable dot keys, what it will do? Simply d dot keys. It will be giving all the keys. Okay, so it will return all the keys here. All keys written. Third is values. If you're going to get all the values, simply values, where dot values, no arguments, you don't have to write, like simply it is d dot values. All the values will be coming inside a list. Sorry, it's not a value, it's values. It's I have missed. Yes, see, this is how it works. Okay, now here also we have pop. Pop is also we have in dictionary as well. Now pop, what pop is doing? In set, what pop was doing? Pop randomly removing one element. Right, here also same thing happened. D dot pop. If you do, simply it will randomly it will remove. But the thing is, here from this error, what it is showing? Pop expected at least one argument. Okay, so let's remember for list in list pop we can place a argument. What is that? When we have used pop method in list, which argument we can pass for pop in list?
Index.
Index. But here index, your key is actually equivalent to index, so we can mention here the key. So I'm taking the key. Let's suppose now we have key 1. Okay, so if I write like this, it will popping out the value for the index which I have mentioned, but only the value removed, no, the key value pair, the entire key value pair removed. But what you have to mention here, you can't write pop like this. You have to mention, you can't make it random. You have to mention what? You have to mention where index present, but index is not there, that's why key you have to mention. So it will remove specified key value pair. But you will be telling that, no, I want to remove any value randomly, any key value pair I want to remove randomly. So for that, what I can do, we can use pop item. Okay, so instead of pop, you can use pop item. So this pop item you can use simply without any argument. Okay, so simply you are doing what? Here only d dot pop item. See, randomly it is removing one key value pair like this. Fine. So if you want it random to remove any key value pair, so it will remove not by your choice, but it's its choice. Remove randomly one key value pair. Okay, clear? Now, if you want to get all the items means key value pair in a list. So item is one more method you can use, where dot item. Okay, so what it will give, all the key value pair it will return. So d dot item, just open close parenthesis, sorry, items, it is s mandatory, items. So it is coming, see, all the key value pair, it is coming as a list. Okay, so this is how it works. So it's items. Okay, for pop it is item, for item it is items, actually ace is there. Fine. So this difference you need to understand, otherwise you will be getting this type of error. This error is important because you will be getting some idea from this line. Whenever you are getting some error, try to understand the error. You have to read. You can read the error and you can fix it. Okay. So this is how. Now, lastly, one more. Let's suppose you want to add new key value pair. You want to add new key value pair. So update you can use update. So variable and then dot update. And here you can mention a dictionary. Like in other dictionary, you can add some key value pair, like simply d dot update. Okay, and now just make a dictionary, and I'm just here taking some key value pair like 10 and 1000, 20 and 2000. Like this two key value pair I am gonna add here. Okay, so I'm updating this. Now this is what it's getting added. It's not getting added at the last, actually randomly it's getting added. Okay, so this is how you can do it. So from this, dictionary also can be modified, and these are all the methods. So this is what, and this is called dictionary, and dictionary is mutable collection. Okay, now any doubt on dictionary?
No,
Okay,
no
so
doubt.
you should ask about like here how the memory allocation is actually happening. This is a key value pair. Then memory allocation, how it is happening, simply the variable space and value space it is there, but all the key value pair is actually storing like a table. Okay, in the value space, the entire key value pairs key and the value is actually getting stored as a key value pair. Okay, that's how it works. And always remember this key 0x12, which address will be coming in the dictionary, which address, always the key address, because key is the visible layer, this will be the visible layer for user. Key layer is the visible layer, remember, key layer is the visible layer. Okay, so this is what your dictionary is. Now one small concept today, the last concept, which is slicing. That's the last concept for today. Now any doubt on this? Any doubt up to
Not
this?
on.
Okay. So every collection we have completed. Now only one implementation is actually left, that is slicing. So I'm just giving heading slicing. Now slicing, from this name slicing, you will be telling what slicing is. Like pizza slice or bread slice, that's what called slice. Slice means some portion from a big collection. So that's what we will be doing. Like this happens only with index. Like using index only you can do slicing. Now, index present means only it is possible for what? Indexable collection. Now, indexable collection means what? Indexable collection means string it is, list, and tuple. Only in this three you can use slicing. Okay, in this three. Now, what is slicing? Slicing is basically with indexing what you are doing, you are accessing a single character, right? Single value you are accessing. Like what's the basic difference between your indexing versus slicing? Indexing is basically this is your accessing single value, but slicing is basically accessing a accessing a group of value. Means I'm just giving one example here. Let's take a variable a and I'm taking Python programming or Python program like this. Okay. Is it a string?
No.
No, because it's not enclosed. Until and unless I'm enclosing it, then only it is a string. Now it is a string. Now let's suppose I want to slicing out this pro. I want to slice out this pro part from this Python program, from this entire string. Then what will be my approach? So simply as because this is fully based on indexing, what I'm doing first, let's do the index. Let's do the index. So let's take P Y T H O N. Sneha, can you fix your mic, please?
Yes.
Yeah. So now this program, so you are gonna slice out this pro. Okay, this part you want to slice out. Fine. So let's do the indexing first. So this is what I'm doing, positive indexing. Okay, and again let's do negative indexing as well. Okay, and this is what a is the variable. Okay, so always, as you can see, pro means somewhere we have to start, means we have a starting index and we have a ending index. Okay, starting index and ending index always. Okay, so what is the syntax? I'm just telling you the syntax: variable and then subscript. Now you just have to mention where you have to start. So starting index, after that your ending index. Now here there is one twist, you have to increment by 1, or you are going in backward direction, so you have to increment by -1, and then it's the updation. Now these three things you have to mention here. Means what? Just take. one more page of the ideally. Now here it is. Okay, so let's take as I'm taking. So this is what Python program we are taking. Python program. Okay, Python program. So according to the syntax, if we go S and then parenthesis, and what is our starting index here? Starting index 7 and ending index 9. Okay, so I'm just mentioning here 7, 7, then this colon, and 9. 9 is the ending index. If I directly use 9 only, I'm not incrementing that plus or minus 1, what will be happening? And here I'm just mentioning plus 1 as updation. Why? I'm just coming to the point. But here as you can see PR, it's not taking O, means ninth index is excluded. Means if I want up to 9, we have to do what? We have to add plus 1, means we have to write 10 here. Then only we can get up to 9. 7 to 9 will get if I mention 7 to 10. Understood why we are adding plus 1? Okay, this is somewhere a little bit tricky, you may fail, but let's simplify this. Whenever we are moving, just I am giving you a suggestion. Whenever we are moving from left to right direction, left to right direction, so left to right direction, if I go, this is your forward, this is the forward direction. When this is forward direction, always the updation will be, always the updation will be positive. Okay, and always do ending index plus 1. Now on the same way, whenever you are moving back, means right to left, whenever you are going, that's what actually backward direction. That's what backward direction is. Now for that case, use updation negative. So updation, let's take negative here. So here also updation ending index you will be taking EI minus 1. Okay. Now this, what is that plus 1? Like updation, yes, positive, you understood. But why it is 1? Whenever you want PRO consecutively, means 7, after that updation is plus 1, 8, then it is again plus 1, 9. This is how you are going. If you want some jump, like let's suppose you want as an output, you are expecting this P, T and O. Can you say what will be the syntax for PTO if you want to print? You are starting at O and you are ending at, sorry, you are starting at P and you are ending at O. Okay. So as per our syntax, what's a variable here? What variable we have taken here? A. Okay. We are starting where? We are starting at 0th position and we are ending where? At 4. Now we have to increment 4 plus 1. Okay. Now if you see after P, we want what? T. Okay. Means plus 1 and plus 1. Actually it is what? Plus 2. Jump is the updation. Means what? On the same way, if I go 0, then S of 0, how much we are going here? It is 5 and then plus 2. Now same thing I am writing here. 5 and then updation is what? Plus 2. If I write like this, the result will be giving us PTO. Understood? Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, so that's how you can do. Now, if I give one more exercise, can you do it? Like if I want HON, what it will be? HON. You can try also.
361.
Okay, so H, this is a starting index. Yes, we are stopping at 6 and this is our plus 1. Yes, correct. So this is how simply let's check S3 and then colon 6 and colon 1. So this is what correct. Now just I'm showing you one thing. Even if I skip this one, okay, we can get the same result. Even if I'm not mentioning this space also, like if I'm not mentioning the updation also, by default it is taking plus one. So always whenever you are doing slicing, this updation, if you are not mentioning updation, okay, updation, if you are not mentioning, not mentioned or putting it blank means by default it will be plus 1 always, only and only plus 1. Fine. Now let's go for backward, and for backward we will be using negative indexing. Okay, it's nothing like we can't use positive, but as a convention we are using this. Okay, so let's do this extract or slice out GAM but in different order. Let's take GAM in this order, MAG. Okay, MAG, this is my order to extract. So same thing we will be doing. A is our variable. We are starting at minus 1. Okay, we'll use as because we are going in this direction, right? Our updation will be negative. This is negative direction. So we are starting at minus 1 and we are stopping at minus 3. This is our ending index, and with ending index we'll do some increment of minus 1. Means we stop at minus 4 so that we can get up to minus 3. Okay, and here we are going from minus 1 to minus 2 like this. So the updation is what? Minus 1. So if I go like this, minus 1, minus 4, minus 1. Let's check. S of minus 1, then minus 4, then minus 1. If I go, see, MAR like this. Okay, understood? This is how you can do. Even let's suppose I want to extract GORP. How to do it? GORP. Try this. GORP. Say anyone.
A of minus 4 minus 8 minus 1.
Again, minus
Minus 4.
minus 4 or minus 3. It's G, right? G.
Yes.
Starting index is what? Minus 3. This is your starting index, right? You are starting from G, correct?
Yeah.
Then
Hmm. Then minus 7,
minus 7, yes. And then updation will be
minus 1.
minus 1, yes, correct. So this is how you can do it, yes. Okay. Even if you jump also, it is also possible, like let's suppose you want to extract like this, aim G R. It's also possible. Like aim means you are starting at minus 1, R means you are going up to minus 5, means you have to write minus 6, and here the updation will be minus 2. This is how you can do it. Okay. Now let me show you something. Let's suppose you are not writing the starting index and you are directly writing up to the ending index, and you are telling that my updation is plus 1, means I'm not mentioning. So what it will give? You are not mentioning starting index, but you are mentioning that updation is positive. This is nothing, updation is nothing means what? It's plus 1, means the positive direction. So always it will take from the first, from 0. If you are not mentioning, even if you are doing, if you are starting at 2 and you are not giving ending index, and you are telling to take the updation as plus 1, okay, it will go as, because you have not mentioned, it will go up to the last like this. Okay. Now on the same way, if you are writing, if you are not mentioning the starting index, but you are mentioning the ending index as minus 5 and the updation is minus 1, so naturally it will take in the negative direction, and it will start from what? Any doubt, like any idea? It will start from what is starting index? Automatically it will take minus 1 like this. Okay, this is how you can do it. Now simply if I write no starting index, no ending index, but I'm writing minus 1, what it will be happening? What it will be? No starting index, no ending index, but the direction is negative.
It will reverse the word.
Yes, it will reverse the entire string, and that's how you can do the reverse of a string with the help of slicing. So, this is very, very important. Notice, to reverse a collection which is indexable, obviously. To reverse a collection, what you can do? You can take a variable, and in this way, like colon colon minus 1, this is how you can reverse. Okay, and these things, like this example we have taken with respect to string. Now same thing you can apply on list also, on tuple also. Okay, so tomorrow we'll practice on the same concept on list and tuple. Fine. Now any doubt on this?
No.
Okay, fine. Okay, so today that's all. I'm sharing the note, just do some revise. This is lot of things today we have covered. Now tomorrow we'll start a new topic. Okay, fine. So take care. Bye bye everyone. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.